to do this video for so long now because it's a question I get asked all the time, and it's basically, how do you do no makeup when you've got acne prone skin? Because I don't know about you guys, I just don't want to look like I'm caked in it, but occasionally I will have a little breakout and I'll think, well, I want to cover it up. So I think I found the most brilliant formula. I chop and change some of the products, but kind of what I'm saying is the basis of it. So I start off with, it's all about the base when you're doing the no makeup. So I've got my lovely Dermalogica Active Moist, ignore the puppy, Active Moist Moisturizer on, and it's just super hydrating and brilliant. So then I go on to a CC serum. So this is by Terry, and I've been using it for years. I think it's such a brilliant product. I think it's Apricot Glow. Yeah, number 3, Apricot Glow. Now, the instructions tell you that you should put this on over the top of your makeup. I don't, personally, because I think it just gives you the most amazing glowy base. And I've obviously got nothing on now, as you can probably see. But I literally get some of it on my fingers like that. And moisturize it in. I mean, it has really no coverage, but you might be able to see a little bit of a difference. It really evens you out. Obviously, if you've got acne prone, breakout skin, must wash your hands before. So important. You don't want to be reintroducing any more germs than necessary. So yeah, so I start off with that. I can't recommend it enough. It comes in loads of different shades. There's a much darker one that I might use in the summer. I love filling in any acne scarring, so I think once you've filled it in, there's less of a pit, and your concealer or whatever you want to use on top just goes on a lot better. Now, lots of you might have heard of this. It's by TRINNY London. It's called Miracle Blur. Apparently it sells out every time it comes in. And it's very similar formula to, there's a Clarins one that I used to use. I'm going to link it in the description because I can't remember the name of it. It's like putty. So I just normally get a little bit, can you see? So what you do is I massage it in my fingers and I push it into where I've got scarring and pits, which actually it's not so bad. I just have a little bit more active breakouts, but my skin's actually been really good recently. So yeah, so I put it in here. TRINNY also says that it's really good for fine lines, but thank the Lord above, I'm not there yet. God, can you imagine if my whole skin life just goes from having a few little spots here and there, bang, wrinkles. There's like no in between for me. God, that'd be depressing. Hopefully I've got a really beautiful base now to start working with it. I have found the best way to do this without just shoving, Monty is now chewing the tripod, without shoving loads of foundation on my face, which I do occasionally if I want a high coverage look, but that's not what I'm here for today. So I found that working in a concealer all over, a very liquidy concealer, is just so much better. And you know, like my forehead is so clear apart from that little one spotty. But normally it's super clear, so why would I be lathering on products on a part of my face that is really beautiful and clear? As I mentioned earlier, antibacterialing your tools is the most important thing. And I have become pretty attached to this beauty blender thing. I thought it was a big fad, and I kind of figured that you could go downstairs and use a dishcloth and it would be the same. Turns out I was wrong. So I went and bought one of these. I washed it 2 days ago, so you can see I've used foundation on it, but I found this. I bought it from Harvey Nicks around the corner. It's by a company called the Pro Hygiene Collection. Oh, what a tagline, clean is beautiful. Here, here. So anyway, what you do is you spray it on your tool, makeup brush, beauty blender, whatever. Now, you're meant to let it dry for, I think, 90 seconds, 60 seconds. It's pretty good, no? So now I'm really relaxed about putting this on my face, even though it's washed 2 days ago. I tend to do them every 4 or 5 days because I use them a lot. And I know that I'm not transferring any bacteria from here onto my face. It's brilliant. So today I'm going to use, this is this makeup brand that I am obsessed with, CATRICE Cosmetics. This will retail at like £3, £3.99. As I said, I found it, I've said it before, I found it over the summer when I was traveling, and God, it has become such a staple. It's called True Skin High Coverage Concealer. Now I know I'm mentioning that you shouldn't have high coverage stuff with a no makeup look. Yes, you should, just on the areas that you need it. And I always use the residue on the beauty blender to blend it all up over my face. So sorry if the color is right. I'm very pale, but it comes out rather kind of aggressively, the color. So I'm pretty liberal with it, but only in my problem areas. Yeah. I don't know why I've got so many spots today. It's weird. My skin was really clear yesterday. I reckon it might be a hormonal jobby, boys and girls. I think it might be. So now I'm pretty confident that this is dried. I just pat, very delicately, pat. I'm actually gonna speed this up in the post edit because no one wants to see me patting my face. Still here, blending. So that is the key to the no makeup look I have found, is because I created a lovely layer underneath for my makeup to sit on top. So I want it to just be pushed in, not wiped across. I know I used quite a lot on my cheeks because I really needed it there, but now it's just kind of gone everywhere, but you can still see my face, and I hope you can still see that through my camera because the resolution is kind of weird. But now obviously we're in a place where my face is super pale. My body's a little bit more bronzed, but we're gonna come to that. So moving on to under my eyes, I'm still such a sucker for the Touche Eclat. I love it so much. So a couple of pumps, but I love it because it's so sheer. And the shimmer in it just reflects the light away. And I think if you have got dark circles, I always turn over the beauty blender and just go in like this. I think it just looks really, really chilled. And this is the type of look where actually I would be minded to embrace it if you've got a little bit of a dark line under your eye. It's not, I've just had my makeup done by a makeup artist. It's I'm fresh, clean, I don't wear loads of makeup, but I'm naturally pretty. That's kind of what we're going for. But yeah, so that's all pretty much blended in. So now I want to move on to bronzing myself up. This is just the one that everyone talks about, and I genuinely think it is the best investment ever. Now I have found that this type of brush is the best. It's like a foundation bronzer hybrid brush. I bought this from Kiko. I think their brushes are really good and they're super cheap. And I just put it in, but you've got to be really, really light. This whole look is about building up everything on top. So everything singly probably looks a bit shit, but when it's all on together, it looks great. All around. This look is not about the contour. Yeah, when I'm doing natural makeup, I don't do that contour. If I was going out in the raz, yeah, maybe I would. But yeah, so this is what I'm about just today. Can you see how beautifully it builds? And I can use this when I'm traveling, when I've got a suntan, because I just keep on building it up. And it sinks in so well, so beautifully. And you can be, I love a product that you can just be really liberal with. So I can't really go wrong with it. So yeah, so that's pretty much, I hope you're all in agreement that my neck, my face, it all matches. And bearing in mind, all I've got on is two lovely primers. I would put them in the primer bracket, and some concealer, and I've used my beauty blender. So that's that. Now, I'm such a sucker for blusher. I think it just lifts your face so beautifully. And I've completely fallen in love with this. Again, it's by TRINNY London. So if you haven't heard of her before, we've obviously, everyone's heard of TRINNY though, but she's got the most amazing makeup brand, and my stack is about this long now. She calls them stacks. So these are all the ones that I really use. Look how big it is. And it's so clever, so you just attach it together. These two I'm using today. So I just keep these two and pop it in my handbag, good to go. So clever. Anyway, I went off on one. So Wigs is, I think it's, yeah, Flush Blush. It is a proper blusher, because what's amazing about TRINNY London is it can be used for lips, cheeks, eyes, face, all of the above. But this is actually specifically for your cheeks, which is actually really nice. And it's called Wigs. I just want you to see this colour. You just work it in with your fingers. Like, that's it. I always just go on the apple of my cheek. It's such a gorgeous colour. You know when you find your blusher and you think, yep, that's for me. And I always stick to, well, I try to when I'm doing my no makeup look, creamier things are a lot better. So I don't go in with any powder, any setting powder, bronzers. I just think cream just gives you that lovely little glow. So yes, so I'm pretty much finished with my base now. I'd probably put a little bit more. I try to always recycle the same products. And as by Terry tell you, it's actually meant to be on top of your makeup. So that's my highlighter done. I don't want to go over the top because I really want to look natural. So that's in there. It blends so well. Look at that. A little bit. Cupid's bow. And then down here. Gorge, if I could say so myself. Now I want to talk to you about eyes. For me, with this look, I don't really want anything on, but I want a bit of definition. I learnt this amazing trick from a girlie who did my makeup, and you lift up your eyelashes. God, this might make people feel a bit queasy. Look away if you don't like funny eye stuff. And you basically pencil inside of your eye. Can you see? So now I've got definition, but it's not like Georgia's caked in it. She's just got a little bit up here. And I'm doing this without even looking in a mirror, so it's really easy, and I wear contact lenses. So I just think for me, that's it with my eyes. Maybe I would be minded to put a tiny bit of highlighter on there. No, we're just going super au naturel. Eyebrows, I spoke about this on my 3 products that I love on my Instagram. It's by a brand called Suku, and it's just the most amazingly fine eyebrow definition. It's like a felt tip. It hardly comes out, which is perfect. I'm literally just filling in the gaps. Just finishing off my eyes. Now, I'm not gonna rant, but very recently I spent a lot of money on a brand that I adore, and they had a new mascara out, and I was so disappointed in it, and I've made a promise to myself that I will not buy any more super expensive mascaras. Now, the best mascara that I have ever found for natural lashes is this No. 7 Full 60. You can see how much I've used it. It's such a winner. It doesn't come out cloggy, and I always get it in a brown when I'm doing no makeup, because I just don't want it to look heavy or cloggy. And I'd be minded not even to put any on my bottom. Tiny, 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 tiny bit on the bottom. Because I'm a real sucker. I would love for you guys to tell me how you stop your mascara running down. I've tried everything, setting powder, different mascaras. It always seems to run down. We really don't want that with this look. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. And I want to finish off by my favourite Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. It's called Bitch Perfect, which I love. And I just slightly dab it on, ever so slightly. And then I want people to walk down the street and say, she looks lovely and natural. And it's hard, you know, I really feel for anyone who struggles like me, because you scroll through Instagram and you're like, God, they look amazing with no makeup on. Well, we can cheat it. I think that's the way forward. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Let me know of your wonderful tips for no makeup, because I am definitely all ears. I'm gonna go and get the puppy now because he is causing distraction.